You reckon you could live on a 29-foot boat with a baby? We weren't that sure either before we started this season.
4 months later, we're still here, still afloat.
So I guess the time has come to answer the question, can you live aboard a boat with a baby? And perhaps more importantly, should you live aboard a boat with a baby?
Maybe we should save this for when she's down.
Okay, shoes down. 4 years ago, when things started to reopen again after COVID, we thought we had one last adventure in us before settling down. We took a look at our bucket list and picked out the thing we both wanted to do more than anything else.
Where are we going?
Split.
What are we doing?
Buying a boat.
Woo!
How do you feel about your new home?
I'm a bit nervous, to be honest.
Cozy. Real cozy.
The next thing we had to do was learn to sail it. A 10-day crash course in sailing a yacht, and we were off. We sailed the Mediterranean, down Croatia, through Montenegro and Albania, and finally to Greece. Our plan to spend one season living aboard turned into 2 and then 3. It's crazy that was 2022, and 3 seasons later, we were still aboard. We were completely hooked. There was one small problem. I was pregnant.
We wrapped up our sailing season early in 2024
Last day, huh?
Last full day on the boat.
and headed to Zagreb. And in August, Nora was born.
It was something we always wanted, but we didn't know how this was going to fit into our future.
For me, it seemed like we had a choice to make. Either move back ashore or fully commit to the live aboard life. Buy a bigger boat, something comfortable and safe for family travel.
It wasn't that simple for me. I wasn't quite ready to throw in the towel and move back to shore, but I also wasn't ready to invest a lot of money in a bigger boat, not knowing if we were going to like it with Nora on board or not. So we ended up making a compromise. We would live aboard Whisper for one season. If we liked it, we would buy a bigger boat. If we didn't, we'd move back to shore.
If we could make it work in this boat, we could make it work in anything. Even though we didn't have to worry about buying a new boat and selling this boat, there was still a lot to do to get this boat ready for a baby.
But after a frantic few weeks, we were off and sailing on our 4th season aboard Whisper with a baby in tow. The first thing I noticed about sailing down the Croatian coast was that we were moving a bit slower. We saw less and did less. We were constantly exhausted. It wasn't all bad. Traveling slower gave us a new perspective, but sometimes slow was just slow.
And then came our first big test, the crossing from Croatia to Italy. We said we wouldn't do any long passages with the baby, but after waiting for ferry timetables and weather to line up, we got a good weather window and we decided to make the crossing together as a family.
We left Croatia behind us on a glassy sea, but
Of course, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
the forecast said 12 knots. It built to 20, then 25. By the end, gusts of 40.
Probably made a mistake.
I thought you'd have a panic attack.
I couldn't. With Nora on board, being calm wasn't optional anymore.
So we did make it.
Barely. Italy was beautiful, but not great for sailing with a baby. Long exposed passages, relatively few anchorages, and oftentimes you're spending the night in a gritty port town.
Trying to fit work around that, wrestling with a cranky baby, the heat of summer really starting to come on. This was the point in the voyage where I started to think we might have bitten off more than we could chew.
We were hoping things would really slow down once we got to Greece. But our Schengen clock was ticking, so we had to race down to Preveza to submit our digital nomad visa.
Once the paperwork was filed though, things finally shifted. We felt that we could slow down, start moving at Nora's pace rather than ours. We'd found a rhythm on the boat. We knew this part of the Ionian really well. And we had an opportunity to show Nora the live aboard lifestyle we always set out to show her.
We were still exhausted. Parenting on anchor is relentless, but we finally felt present. We were able to do things that you picture people living this life would do. Swims off the stern, lazy breakfasts at anchor, expeditions to pebbled beaches.
And I feel like we're becoming better sailors because of her. More deliberate, more measured. Kelly isn't as worried about strong winds or rough seas anymore. I'm becoming calmer when docking or anchoring doesn't go my way.
We're not perfect, but we're definitely getting closer to what we want Nora to see.
Some days, hell, some weeks just feel like a slog. When things don't go right, when there's strong weather, or when Nora's not napping, it can just feel like so much work for so little upside. But when it's good, it's really good.
The joy outweighs the struggle 100 times over. Every nap at anchor, every sunset giggle, every messy meal at a taverna. But yeah, this boat is getting too small. Nora's doubled in size?
You're gonna fall off.
Quadrupled in energy since we got on board. I think it's time. But that was the point, right? See if we could handle it in the toughest conditions. And we did.
Which means?
A bigger boat. It's going to be really sad to leave Whisper, really our first home as a family, but it's time. And I'm excited for the next adventure.